Zara pressed her back against the cold metal wall as the sound of heavy boots echoed through the corridor. Her purple skin was covered in cuts and burns from the long fight. The energy rifle in her hands felt heavier with each passing moment. She had been running for 3 days now, ever since her ship crashed on this human world. The Korthak Empire had found her hiding place again. These brutal aliens had been hunting her across the galaxy for months. They wanted the data chip hidden in her armor, the one that contained the location of her people's secret colony. Thousands of innocent lives depended on her keeping it safe. She heard them getting closer. Their deep voices spoke in the harsh Korthak language. Zara knew she could not run anymore. Her leg was badly injured from the crash, and she had used almost all her energy cells fighting them off. This abandoned human factory would be her final stand. The door at the end of the hallway burst open. 3 massive Korthak soldiers stepped through, their red eyes glowing in the darkness. Each one stood 8 feet tall with thick gray skin and razor-sharp claws. They carried plasma cannons that could burn through solid steel. Zara raised her rifle and fired. The blue energy beam hit the first soldier in the chest, but his armor absorbed most of the damage. He roared and charged toward her. The other 2 spread out to surround her. She rolled behind a large machine and fired again. This time her shot missed completely. Her hands were shaking too much from exhaustion and pain. The soldiers were closing in fast. Just when all hope seemed lost, she heard new sounds from above. Human voices shouted orders and boots ran across the metal roof. Suddenly, the ceiling exploded in a shower of sparks and debris. 5 human soldiers dropped through the hole on rappelling ropes. They wore dark combat gear and carried advanced weapons. The woman leading them had short blonde hair and fierce green eyes. "Take cover," shouted the blonde woman as she landed. Her name tag read Amy Carter. She immediately opened fire on the Korthak soldiers with a strange weapon that shot bolts of electricity. The other humans spread out around the room. A tall man with brown hair named Jake Miller covered the main door. 2 younger soldiers, Lisa Brown and Tom Davis, took positions behind cover. The 5th human, an older man called Ron Smith, moved to help Zara. The battle was intense but brief. The Korthak soldiers were tough, but they had not expected to fight trained human warriors. Amy's electric weapon seemed to disrupt their armor, while Jake's rifle fired explosive rounds that knocked them back. One Korthak tried to escape through a side door, but Lisa was waiting for him. She fired a net launcher that wrapped around the alien and shocked him unconscious. The last soldier fell when Tom and Ron attacked him from both sides. When the smoke cleared, all 3 Korthak lay defeated on the factory floor. Zara stared in amazement at her unexpected rescuers. She had heard stories about human courage, but seeing it firsthand was different. Amy walked over to Zara and knelt beside her. "Are you hurt bad?" she asked in surprisingly good Galactic Standard language. Her voice was gentle despite the fierce battle they had just won. Zara tried to stand, but her injured leg gave out. Ron caught her before she fell. "Easy there," he said with a kind smile. "We saw your ship crash 3 days ago. Been tracking those Korthak ever since, waiting for the right moment to help." "Why would you help me?" Zara asked. She was confused by their kindness. Most species in the galaxy only cared about themselves. Jake reloaded his weapon and checked the doors. "Because nobody deserves to be hunted like an animal," he said simply. "Plus, enemy of our enemy and all that." Lisa was examining one of the unconscious Korthak soldiers. "These guys have been raiding human colonies too," she explained. "We have plenty of reasons to dislike them." Amy helped Zara sit down on a crate. "What do they want with you anyway?" she asked while Tom treated Zara's wounded leg with a medical kit. Zara hesitated. She barely knew these humans, but they had risked their lives to save her. Maybe she could trust them. "I carry information about my people's hidden colony," she said quietly. "The Korthak want to find it and destroy everyone there." The humans exchanged glances. Ron frowned and said, "How many people are we talking about?" 50,000, Zara replied. "Mostly families with young children. They fled our homeworld when the Korthak invaded." Amy's expression hardened. "Then we need to make sure these data never fall into enemy hands," she declared. "Can you get back to your people?" Zara shook her head sadly. "My ship is destroyed. I have no way to contact them or return home. I failed them all." "Hey now," Jake said firmly. "You fought 3 days against impossible odds. That takes serious guts. Your people would be proud." Tom finished bandaging Zara's leg. "There," he said. "That should hold until we get you proper medical care." Lisa had been quiet, but now she spoke up. Captain Carter, what if we help her complete her mission? Amy raised an eyebrow. What do you have in mind? Our ship has long-range communications, Lisa explained. We could send a message to her colony warning them about the Korthak threat. Maybe even offer protection. Ron nodded thoughtfully. The brass back home would love a chance to make allies with a new species, especially one that hates the Korthak as much as we do. Zara felt hope stirring in her chest for the first time in days. You would really do that for strangers? Amy smiled and helped Zara to her feet. That's what humans do, she said. We protect those who cannot protect themselves. Besides, you're not a stranger anymore. You're a friend. Jake secured the area while the others prepared to leave. Transport will be here in 10 minutes, he reported. We should move before more Korthak show up. As they waited, Zara studied her rescuers. These humans were so different from what she had expected. The galaxy knew them as fierce warriors, but they also showed incredible compassion. They had risked everything to save one alien they did not even know. Why are you really helping me? She asked Amy quietly. The human captain was silent for a moment. My little sister was about your age when raiders attacked our colony, she finally said. Nobody came to help her. I swore that day I would never let that happen to someone else if I could prevent it. Zara felt tears forming in her eyes. I am sorry for your loss, she whispered. Amy squeezed her shoulder gently. She would have liked you, she said. You have her spirit. Never giving up, even when everything seems hopeless. The sound of engines approached from outside. Tom looked through a window and gave a thumbs up. Our ride is here, he announced. As they prepared to leave the factory, Zara realized her life had changed forever. She had started the day as a lone fugitive with no hope of survival. Now she had new friends who were willing to help save her entire people. Thank you, she said to all of them. I do not know how to repay such kindness. Amy grinned as they walked toward the exit. Just promise to return the favor someday, she said. The galaxy is a big place and we all need friends. Ron chuckled. Plus, I hear your people make excellent engineers. Our ships could use some of that fancy alien technology. They all laughed as they boarded the human transport ship. For the first time in months, Zara felt truly safe. She had fought well and survived against impossible odds, but more importantly, she had learned she was not alone in the universe after all.